Whose idea was it? Just after these young women were released from hospital, to have them at a vigil last evening. Whose bright idea? Whose bright idea was that? Oh yes, let me take them traumatized girl from the hospital and let me carry them by the vigil. Whose idea was that? And cameras just they're flashing in the face all the time. Whose bright idea was that? You see the politicking? Could you see that? I saw, what's his name? Francis Bailey. He said, what mass shootings are in America, that's what fires are in Guyana. I think he's right. Could you imagine the victims of a mass shooting the day after being paraded? Could you imagine that? Oh, but it was somebody's bright idea. That's the campaigning. That's the campaigning. Somebody said, let me bring them right out of the hospital, you know. Right out of the hospital. From the hospital bed, in front of the cameras. Whose bright idea was that? All your wicked, all your stink, and all your dirty. And Chronicle got the ink to say that people are pushing back against Norton, saying that some of them should resign. That some of them should resign. You think that is what occupying people's mind? Oh, Norton, oh my God. How can they go forward? Norton says ministers should resign. Oh my God. How shall we face another day? How shall we face another day? I want to know if these girls were even ready to be released from hospital, or this was just part of the publicity stunt. Somebody get a call and said, discharge. We need them. Discharge. We got to change the narrative, or we're going to lose this local government election. Discharge them. Send them down to the Humaniana. Whose bright idea was this? Whose bright idea? Those girls are tearing up down there. This like their wounds, the emotional scars are raw. They roll them out. Thanks, PPP. Thanks, PPP. Thanks, PPP. They can put an asterisk now on a billboard and said, mission accomplished. Thanks. I want to know who really set the fire. What's the origin of the fire? What's the real origin? What's the real truth? I want whose bright idea was this. What a beauty. What a ace. Whose bright idea was this? I stink, wicked and dirty. Imagine in the middle of that, you want to see people trying to score cheap political points? Look at facing you right there. And none of them don't have the gumption and the balls. They said, Chief, this is madness. Pull back. Pull back. Madness. Absolute madness. Whose idea was this to bring these young women out straight from the hospital bed? Straight from the hospital bed. Not even to spend some time with their families. No. To be paraded front seat. You notice their families are not sitting with them. So from the fire to the front row, all you have no heart, all you have no art, none. Whose bright idea was this? But as I said, folks, questions are being asked. Questions are being asked. What foolishness. What nonsense. This narrative, but some girl didn't feel too nice with some reprimand she had. And up the whole place like Carrie. I don't believe that. I say it's foolishness. Y'all fight me. I say it's foolishness. And whoever set up this photo up with these young women, all you can see God's face. And the intellectual authors of this narrative about girl heartbroken and vexed, set fire to the dam, all you can see heaven. Wicked, stinking, dirty narrative.